Welcome to MN Livestreaming, Baseball Canberra, Wednesday night live for all those watching at home. Very active.
Intel upgrades, switched off the microphones, switched off all the cameras. Okay. So now we're live on the long chat.
No, your mic was live over there. I can hear you talking out loud. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live for those watching at home. Had a very, very busy first inning. We got Justin Sloan in the 7th hole. And on deck is Ben Yeager with one out here in the top of the 2nd here at Narrabundah. Happy New Year to all those watching at home and those abroad for a very beautiful day down here at Narrabundah Ballpark. Cavazos, number 14, pitching for the Rebel Nation. And that's fouled off by Justin Sloan in the 7th hole. In between innings, we'll catch you up with the events that happened here in the first inning. See what Cavaros serves up to Sloan. High line drive to Briggs, who got us on the first out for the Rebels. And the Indians have a new base runner. Yeager accepts strike one. Foul ball with the high heat. Baseball Canberra wishing everyone out there a good school holidays and a very long special weekend coming up. Just a special announcement, there will not be any baseball. There will not be any baseball this weekend for a straight A long weekend. Just for those watching at home. Cavaros got the 0-2 count. Breaking ball for called strike 3. Yeager having a tough at bat there versus his first time versus Cavaros. And Jacob Van Leeuwen up to bat in the 9-hole. Little ball high on that breaking ball. Cavaros is liking that turning curve ball off speed. Trying to set Jacob up for some heat, I reckon, down the pipe. Here it comes with Bailey Watson. Very dangerous Bailey Watson on deck. Ball low. So we got a 2-2 count here. 2 outs, top of the second. Cavaros composes himself. Another ball low, and it's a full count here for Van Leeuwen. Strike 3, and that will end the side. We got the bottom of the second here in Narrabundah. Bit of fun out here. We do have a doubleheader here tonight here at Narrabundah. You're not seeing it on the broadcast, but the Bandits and the Bears are battling up just the field across the way. We'll try and sneak down there in between a stretch or two and check on the score here later on for those interested watching at home. Couple of announcements from Baseball Canberra. Plenty of opportunity for young people to get involved in the sport. Those above Grand Slam T-ball. So remember, a special message from CEO of Baseball Canberra. The Australian Masters Games are coming to Canberra this October. And calling all cars. We need every man, woman, and child and dog if they're good at running the cameras. Baseball Canberra will be hosting this very, very important competition, putting Baseball Canberra on the map, and they are searching for AMG, so Australian Masters Games Committee. So don't hesitate to reach out to Baseball Canberra on the page. They do have a web form. They're looking for expression of interest for some chairs, deputy chairs, some marketing, PR folks, secretary, and some community members that we're going to need all hands on deck here for Baseball Canberra for making this Masters event all the best. So for those who missed the first inning, lots of action. Mark Zane got a nice little up the middle base hit. Bailey ground out to the pitcher. And Edwards had a hit through, and Cam Rogie struck out here in the first, and we'll catch you up on the bottom of that after Tom Ragg received strike one. A little bit of ball high. Inside, just jams Raggy up, but he holds off, and it's a ball two. 2-1 count. As Goodwin just about to tick over 30 pitches. For a called ball three here. Hitters count. Goodwin's going to have to dig himself out of this one a little bit. He's jamming him up a little bit in the middle. We'll see if he sends the heat. Right back up to Goodwin. His second play of the night for out number one in the bottom of the second. So bottom of the first for the Rebels, the Briggs ground out to pitcher in a 3-1. Scotty line drive over third base. Whalen had a nice right field fly out, and Cabarros and Simmons walked, and Orford got sat down on strikes. High fly ball, that's going to fall on our heads. Making sure everyone's still organized back here behind the dugout. As William McKay digs in. Big turning breaking ball for a ball. Little ground shot just squeezes between Camrogi and Gideon. And the Rebels got a base runner, fans. Looks like we've got Konoski, Nishime for ball one. High, ball two. Strike one just stretches across the plate. Little ground hot shot to Gideon. Quick play to second, and we've got two down here in the bottom of the second. Gets the force at second. Quick hands by Gideon. As Lamar Briggs steps up in the one hole for the Rebels. Briggs was just off his timing with Goodwin in the first. We'll see if he's clued him in a little bit. Shot past Gideon. McKay round second. He's still going. He backs up. Oh, base runner stop and get back. Let's just play it safe for a base hit by Lamar Briggs. As Dom Scotty jumps into the batter's box. What'd you say? Gideon with the easy out at third, and that retires the side. Couple of base runners stranded once again for the Rebels against this tough Indian squad. Yep.
That's actually one. That's supposed to. That's still how things still
I can still hear myself if I'm muted. I was tripping out. Why am I hearing you? But I'm muted, and I'm talking to myself. No one's watching.
And that's, you can say that's happening down at the other go.
Just reset our scoreboard here. Yeah, I need to get down there and get the score. Yep. Bit of a live shot there to the Bears, retiring the side, going into have their hand a bit of an offense. The very dangerous Bailey Watson on deck. So following this little stint by Mr. Lamar Briggs for that Rebels Baseball Club, he will head back to the Ottawa Titans of the Frontier League. Congratulations from all of Baseball Canberra, Lamar. We'll be rooting for you, buddy, as he has re-signed once again. He must have been interested in a little cool, a little warmer weather during the December and January months. For those North American folks, hopefully you're staying warm with your mittens over there across the pond this week. Some major storms going through the nation over there. And I tell you, after just visiting for a little bit of a Chrissy trip, I am very, very happy to be at Narrabundah with the team at Miles Newman Livestreaming, and of course, the big and ever-growing Baseball Canberra community. Big high fastball to Bailey. He's low and away. He's just trying to get around him a little bit. Foul ball, just off the speed at the moment. Big shot to Lamar. Lamar hustles in. Oh, just doesn't get there in time. And the Indians got a base runner. As Mark Zhang steps into the batter's box. For a foul, strike one. Big, huge congratulations for those Indians. Nathan Quigg made his ABL debut 5th of January. The 17-year-old was also going to pitch for the Australian Youth Championships. And, you know, by and large, the ACT had a no-hitter to conclude Wild Day 4. 9-1 over Victoria. So congratulations to all the Capital boys going around. A special shout out to Nathan Quigg, and strike number 2 in for Zhang for a 1-2 count. Foul ball as Zhang just tries to hang on there. Pushing Cavazos' pitch count up to 45. No outs. 1-2 count. Cavazos has his pitch. Breaking ball, and Zhang just gets there a little bit too early, but hangs in the count. Cavazos just giving himself a little bit of time to reset. Clear to mind a little bit as a pitcher. It does make it a bit challenging. You got a runner on, trying to fight off these very, very good hitting Indian ball club. Fastball inside for the 2-2. Just gets a piece of it. Zhang is hanging around for the 2-2. Very, very speedy Bailey leads off first base. Mark just gets under it for a base hit down there to Rag. Big throw. He doesn't pick it up yet. Bailey's on his horse. No play at home. Easy up. And the Indians are on the scoreboard, fans. So Zhang, 2 for 2 on the night, gets himself a nice little double. No play at second. Bailey Watson easily gets home on that one. And we have Justin Gideon in the 3-hole. Zhang's on his horse. Speeds up. Orford says, nah, I'm just going to save it. We're not going to risk the biscuit and overthrow Whalen on that play. Tough, tough spot for the catcher at home as Zhang advances on a fumbled ball. Gideon reaches just a little bit too deep for that one. Orford's just trying to shake off a little bit of nerves after that ball got in the dirt. We got a 1-1 count here. Breaking ball again just catches Gideon inside. He's not liking the breaking ball coming off of Cavazos' right-hander. 1-2 count. Top of the third. Little ground ball to Nishime. Easy play to first. And we've got an out. on the field, but not without another score coming in for the Indian Ball Club. As Mitch Edwards steps into the batter's box. For a check, strike one. Mitch Edwards just coming back, I believe, from the Melbourne Aces Ball Club. Mitch had an absolute bomb against Sydney January 12th. The Aces, however, just couldn't get into that playoff race. Big outside pitch for a 2-2 count against Mitch Edwards. Cavazos got his pitch ready. Big high foul ball for Mitch on that one. Big breaking ball again to Mitch as he's pushing the pitch count up for Cavazos, up to 58 pitches now. Hmm? The good news is, fans, for those not busy over the weekend, for ball three, we got a full count against Mitch. Cavazos could really use an out right now. Big high breaking ball. Mitch just doesn't get around in time. For those wanting a bit of travel this weekend, be sure to grab your favorite Canberra Cavalry fan and get a big chunk of Canberra locals and cheer them on against those Blue Sox. Strike three, standing still for Cavazos. He's going to be happy about that one. And there's two down in the top of the third as Cam Rogie steps in, the shortstop. Do you want to go check that score? Or do you want to try and switch it? Unless you want to broadcast. Looks like the Bears are kicking their ass. Oh, no, Bandits are on base. Do wide shot. Bounces it to Orford. Nobody on base. No danger here. Cavazos takes a big deep breath. Up the middle again. Canroji with a diving catch, but just doesn't turn it in time. Apologies. That is not Canroji. That's Dom Scotty with the diving catch. Just can't pop up in time to get it over to Mackay. And the Indians got another base runner. 2 outs. We got Tom Shakespeare up to bat. For call, strike 1. Just a bit outside. Cavazos just stretches himself a little bit, getting up to the 67 pitch mark. Shakespeare 0 for 1 on the day. Fouls it off into Snake Gully, as Kanroji was on his horse to get to second. Mark Zhang wanting to get over the fence and play with the Snakes in Snake Gully. I would advise against that, and so is the fans. Big strike, curving, breaking ball. Cavazos very, very happy with that. And that will retire the side. We are in the bottom of the third here at Wednesday Night Live with MN Livestreaming and Baseball Canberra, your hostess with the mostest. Rod's on the mic. We've got our cameraman and producer, Lyles Linz and Miles Newman live streaming. We will give an update here a little bit on that Ainsley Bears and the Belconnen Bandits score here in a little bit. A lot of action over there that we can see here from the grandstand at the fort for that doubleheader makeup game. And who does not love playing under these night lights? If you didn't see already, Baseball Canberra's Facebook page, registration to trial for the 2025 Australian Little League Championships, the ALLC, the team is now open. They have the link on the page, but you can use a bit.ly link, bit.ly/2025ALLC. Get those young folks ready to play. You've got to be born between the 1st of September 2012 and 31st of August 2015, age 10 to 12. And you've got to be a current Baseball Canberra junior competitor already.
Bandits 3, Bears 0, top of 5th.
The Bandits-Bears game. Bandits, big shot to right field. Doesn't pick it up in time. Zhang picks it up just to clean it up a little bit. And the Rebels got a base runner. So top of the 5th over in the other field. The Bears at bat. Three Bandits, 0 to the Bears. We'll try and keep a side eye on as we focus on this Wednesday Night Live action in front of us. Whalen with the single almost got to a double as Zhang just couldn't pick it up a little bit. Gets a bit slippery out there. Big, high, top breaking ball. As Cavazos, the pitcher, trying to get some of their runs back. Bounces off him. He is safe. Whalen just bounces off his back. Sloan just tried to get it right through him. Makes it tough to make a play for Kanroji and Watson, fighting over who's getting the ball. And Sloan's giving a little bit of a souvenir to take home with him as he's stolen second base for the 2-0 count. Goodwin with a high ball 4. And we've got runners at first and second. Ball 1. Ball 2. Call. Strike 1. 2-1 count. As Lucas Simmons, the right-hander, ball 3. 3-1 count. Ball 4, and the bases are juiced, sports fans. Rebels trying to chip away. The lead run is on first, and Goodwin's just got over the 50 pitch mark here at Narrabundah. We're going to have a little conversation with Goodwin on the mound. You all right?
Oh, yeah. It's a case of learning how to play this without looking.
The
I've got a big screen there so I can see all the cameras in a live thing, but I've got them there as well.
Van Leeuwen steps in. Foul ball just tries to come at the announcer's booth for strike 1.
I think it's already no chance.
Put your hand up if you're going to talk. You're interrupting the broadcast. Big high ball 1 to Van Leeuwen. The young man's got a pretty big strike zone from chest to his knees. Goodwin's going to take advantage of that. And there's ball 2. Indians got the bullpen heating up. Big high fly ball, and it's going towards Snake Gully, and it is out of play for strike number 2. Van Leeuwen trying to hang in there, just trying to chip away at this Indians lead. Big shot to Zhang. Zhang's under it. Whalen's a big shot. He's headed to home. No play at home. Sloan cuts it off. And they've got on the board. So we got runners at the corner. as Tom Ragg, the right fielder, steps in. Strike one. Goodwin tries to catch Orford sleeping. He's not falling for it. Looks like Orford's got a bit of a pinch runner here. Sorry, we got Lucas Simmons there on first base. Orford was the sacrifice fly to bring Whalen home. Ragg digs in and gets a strike number 2. Big high fly ball. Yeager gets back and just not enough space to get back there. Oh, 2 count. Raggy tries to hang in here and get that Cavazos home and tie up this ball game with 1 down at the bottom of the 3rd. Big breaking ball inside. Tries to get Raggy swinging on it. He doesn't fall for it. And we've got a 1-2 count. Big breaking ball inside again, and they're looking for it. Here comes the 2-2. Outside. Yeager tries to get it down to second to catch Simmons, but just not in time. Let's see if Raggy can hit Cavazos and Simmons around. 1 down. Ball outside, and the bases are juiced once again. Coach is going to head out to the... And that's going to be Goodwin's day.
How many times do they like to go and talk to each other?
I think they have, I want to say 2 timeouts, but I don't know. I don't think you can do it more than 3 times. Let's see who we got here. There's no way we're going to have... I don't know who this cat is. Number 5. No, Goodwin just sat down.
2, 3.
Yeah, they didn't give me any numbers. We'll see if Game Changer will catch up. So we've got a pitching change here. Riley Goodwin is done for the day. We will check out who number 23, we believe, from up here. It looks like we've got 53, Edwards, up to pitch, is what we're seeing with our local folks. We'll just triple check with our scorekeepers. And a very tough spot to come into. Bottom of the 3rd, 1 out. Go-ahead run is on second. And we've got little grounded to Justin Gideon. Picks it up. Big throw to first.
Josh Matavesi says he's out for the big double play, and that ends the inning. One pitch, and it's done. As they strangle the Indians, strangle the Rebels with bases loaded, and just couldn't get things happening. And we're going to the top of the fourth here at Narrabundah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mitch Edwards. I can go and ask. You've got one streamer. How's your numbers been? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mitch Edwards. Yeah, that's Mitch Edwards. They put a 53 on Game Changer, though. Yeah, just numbers are backwards. We did get an update. That is the Melbourne Aces, Mitch Edwards, who has stepped into pitch for the Indians. As Cavazos loosens up the arm for the top of the fourth. And we have Justin Sloan up to bat. Jason Sloan. Sorry there, Jason. My apologies from the broadcast booth. You are a big fellow, so please forgive me. Dusting off those holiday broadcasting blips early in January for Baseball Canberra. Jason Sloan steps in, and the Indians are 7-8-9. Not anything to snoot at the 7-8-9s. Earlier in the season, Sloan was in the 3 and 4 spot and dropped down a little bit, as rightfully so, as Mitch Edwards has returned. And Bailey Watson, who was having a little bit of a fun with the Cavs squad. Strike one. Ball high. That breaking ball just doesn't turn enough to convince Jason to swing away. Excuse me. Big, high fly ball. McKay moves over, pushes Matavesi out of the way, and he's got the first out of the inning. As the catcher, Ben Yeager, steps in. Cavazos just taken over the 70 pitch mark here on a beautiful Wednesday evening for Wednesday Night Live. He sends the heat, fouls it off. Big high breaker just doesn't come down in time. Way behind on that pitch as Cavazos looks like he's speeding up. That's how it should be. In my heart it is. Nishime with the ground out. Play from second base. Very good play to McKay. And we've got 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Yeah, stupid Australians. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Whether they do it differently in this country, I don't know, but that makes me happy inside. Foul ball for Van Leeuwen. No one on base in the top of the 4th. Got an 0-2 count. One and two outs. Cavazos sets. Foul tipped off, keeps him alive in the batter's box. Trying to get back to Bailey Watson at the top of the order, who's on deck. Little blooper heads to Simmons, just misses Dom Scotty with the jump up. And the 9-hitter has just got on base for the Indians. Very challenging position for Cavazos. Van Leeuwen just popping that. I like the little bloopers. It just breaks the infielder's heart. Big high shot to Simmons. Simmons is under it. And that retires the side as we're headed to the bottom of the 4th. What's up? Well, sometimes this doesn't. You got to do it a couple times. I think it's a finger thing.
That's good because of the touch screen.
Mm.
So if you find that easy to use. Yeah, Renee found it fairly easy to use.
Yeah. Do you want me to go check the score on the other side?
Yep. What's wide? What number's wide? Okay. Okay. A little bit of an update here, Baseball Canberra fans. 5-0. The Bandits are leading the Bears. Bears are up to bat. Top of the 6th. Those watching at home. Big high shot to Zhang. He catches up with it. Briggs tags up and gets over to third base. As Dom Scotty pushes things around here in the bottom of the 4th. Tying run at home at third base. Mitch Edwards delivers a high fastball. Up the middle. Watson tries to pick it up. Gets a safe call at first, and Lamar Briggs ties it up. As Cavazos steps in. Throws it away. As Phil Whalen jogs to second base. One out. Bottom of the 4th. Two and two count. Strike 3. And that retires the side.
We got the top of the 5th. Zhang, Edwards, and Zhang, Gideon, and Edwards. The 2, 3, 4 batters. Head to face Stavros once again. I pushed a button. Probably, I don't know if you want the close-up. Nobody on base.
Yeah, that's good. And we have first base Canberra.
Nice.
A little bit tighter than it was.
Mark Zhang up to bat. For a call, strike 1. Inside, ball 1. Just about to tick over the 8:30 mark. Up the middle, Camroji with a big no. That's not Camroji. Dom Scotty just can't get to it in time. And the Indians got a base runner.
When you need a proper time clock there, so we can
Yep. Young Gideon up to bat. High, ball 1. Grounder just past Nishi, mate. Rags picks it up. Checks Mark Zhang and says, "Not today, sir. You're only getting a single out of me." And we got runners at first and second. As the very dangerous Mitch Edwards hitting home runs in January for the Aces, we'll see if Cavazos is up for the challenge. Low. Orford just can't get to that one as Cavazos puts it into the dirt. And sadly, the runners advance. I was wrong. The Rebels should be here and the Indians should be at the top. Yep. But I couldn't change it, though.
No, you can't change it on there.
Okay. That's right. That's right. That's right. I get it. So Mitch Edwards in the cleanup spot for the Indians. The Rebels defense tightens in a little bit. Top of the 5th. Big high shot. Briggs running on his horse. Simmons with the pickup. And gets a sacrifice as Mark Zhang gets those Indians the lead for the sac fly. Great communication by Simmons and Briggs on their absolute horse to get back there in time. Mitch hitting an absolute cannon to left field. Just not enough, but enough to get on the scoreboard. for, I believe, his first RBI of the night as Masa Kanroji, the shortstop, steps in. Easy play at home, doesn't get him in time, and the Indians get in with the overthrow.
I had it set up before Christmas. Had to do a rebuild on my big computer and destroyed the setup. I only figured that out yesterday.
Yeager out to have a little bit of a chat with Cabazos. Had a big, big inning today. That overthrow just got the home plate umpire's foot, I believe. And the bases are empty as we've got a 4-2 lead. Home plate umpire is still grimacing a little bit. Got the 2-0 count with 1 out. Kanroji misses again for a call, strike 1. Still only 1 out for the Rebel Nation. Big high fly ball to not Mark Zhang. That's Raggy here in right field, and he picks it up for 2 outs. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Raggy with the easy fly ball from Kanroji. As Tom Shakespeare steps in the 6th spot with Jason Sloan on deck. Big breaking by Nishime, picks it up. Slow roller to first, doesn't get him in time. Just can't handle it enough there at first base for the big fellow. And the Indians get another base runner. Not the news you want to hear if you are a Rebels fan. Jason Sloan digs in. Cabazos having a absolute monster of a day. For a call, strike 1. As Tom Shakespeare is just playing on the Cabazos' mind. Call, strike 2, big breaking ball from left to right on your radio dial. Time by the home plate umpire. Cabazos just taking a little bit deeper breaths. Can't see anybody from here in the Rebels dugout warming up in the bullpen. Coach is sending him the distance here. Big, high, inside fastball. Big little blooper. Raggy doesn't get it in time. Shakespeare Rounding third, he's easy up at home for another run for the Indians as Jason Sloan gets himself a slide-in triple, but no big play at third base. And the Indians keep piling on the runs against these Rebel Nation. Big two-out rally by the Indians. Yeager, the catcher, just fouls it off for strike number one. Big shot to Reagie, getting all the action as Jason Sloan trots home for run number 6 for the Indians. Tacking on 4 runs here in the top of the 5th. And the Rebels bullpen trying to dig deep out of this one. As Jacob Van Leeuwen, the left fielder, steps in. Grounder away. Yeager just can't pick it up. They're screaming for him to run 3. Gideon with the play at third. He calls it, Matavesi calls it safe at third base. 2 bases advanced on the overthrow. Orford is going to be gutted at himself, but not as much as Cavazos, whose arm seems to be slipping quicker and quicker away from the control here. Rebels Nation are just going to need a little bit of hope and prayer that that arm holds up. Inside, ball 1. Apologies, ball 2. As Van Leeuwen in the 9th spot with a very dangerous Bailey Watson on deck. Not what Cavazos wants to see. Big breaking ball. Scotty with the easy play. Matavesi says that's enough for him to see. 3 outs, side away, and we're headed to the bottom of the 5th with a lot of damage done for these Indians running around. Looks like they're shaking hands over at the Ainsley Bears and the Belconnen Bandits. Only going on score. We'll get a little bit of an update before we get away from it. Can you go to, you should have another game on Game Changer to be able to see their score. They probably are keeping up with it. Yeah, you might want to plug that in too. You're running out of juice. Oh, but is that a Type C? You can plug it into that modem for a little bit. You wanna, there you go. Yeah. Six nothing. For those watching at home who are not switching over, it looks like the Bandits have taken away the winner. And it looks like the leaderboard for standings, the Weston Creek Indians are 8-3. And the Rebels are trying to dig out of this hole, but it's going to be a big, long stretch. The Eagles are 5-4. Nice little ground ball. Justin Gideon with a pickup over to Jason Sloan, and that's out number 1 for the Indians, making light work with Mitch Edwards at the pitcher's mound as the very tall Orford stands in for batter number 2. That's all right. No, that's good. That's good. I can actually see the scores. I should get the login and have you log in on my phone. Yeah, they're way off. They're way behind. Edwards with the ground ball, believed to be 1-1 here for Orford. Sorry, 1-0. 2-0. Two and two count. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Big high foul ball for Orford. He's wanting to straighten that baby out. Try and give this Rebel Nation a bit of breathing room. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it, fancy pants. Orford faces up to Edwards. Misses on the strike 3, but is able to advance on the base runner on an error by Yeager. Yeager's not going to be happy with himself on that one. But the Rebels, with a bit of energy behind them, Raggy steps in, the left-hander, right fielder. Strike 1 to Raggy, right on the shelf. Big little shot just under Zhang. Zhang picks it up, whips it over to second, not in time to Bailey Watson, and we've got 2 base runners for the Rebel Nation. Willie McKay, the first baseman, steps in for a call, strike 1. Ball low away. He fouls it off. As Edwards sets up for the 1 and 2. Big strike number 3 for out number 2. Top of the 6th. Won't make much of a difference, but they would sure like the runners on first and second to get around for the Rebels. As the second baseman, Nishime, steps in. High foul ball back to Snake Gully. High, strike 2. See what Mitch serves up here. Strike 3. And for those watching at home, it was a foul tip, but because Yeager picked up that catch, it does retire the side. And we're headed to the top of the 7th. think I forgot to switch it. Said I think I forgot to switch it. Because Rebels are home. Careful. You're idle. Breathe, breathe. There you go. Big breaths. Man, this guy's still pitching. Pretty sure we're top of the seventh. Okay. We're at the top of the sixth. Cavazos still throwing some heat rocks for these Rebels. Let's see if that arm will participate this late into the ball game. What we are thankful for at Narrabundah and Canberra is those Carag Beetles have taken a nice holiday from the invasion before the Christmas period. They were starting to get places they shouldn't be, fans. So we're top of the sixth. Top of the order for the Indians, not what Cavazos wants to see in the top of the sixth. And as you can see there at home, fans, we got about 10 minutes left until there's a bit of a curfew here at Narrabundah. If those have watched the Cavalry Live games have seen when that curfew comes into effect. Watson with a little blooper to third. Big throw. He's off the bag. Willie McKay just can't stay on it long enough. And Whalen looks to just miss that throw from third base. Not what the Rebel Nation is keen on, as they got a base runner for the Indians. As Mark Zhang, who's had a pretty fantastic day today, Cavazos is set to go. Big shot to Simmons, gets over his head. Watson round second. He's on his horse, takes off his helmet, and he's sprinting home. No play at home, and Bailey Watson piles on the lead for the Indians as Zhang, continuing with a hot bat, gets himself a double as he pops it over Lucas Simmons' head. It's slipping away from him a little bit here at Narrabundah for the Rebels, as Justin Gideon, the third baseman, steps in. The very young Justin Gideon steps in. Cavazos with a high strike one. Big breaking ball for Gideon. And he's at the 0-2. Cavazos showing a bit of resilience here late into the ballgame. outside. Just a little foul ball off to the right field side. As the fans cheer young Justin Gideon on. Just gets a foul ball, just barely got a piece of that one as it was going to golf territory. He was swinging for the worms on that one. Let's see if Cavazos goes back to the breaker. It seems to be putting Mr. Gideon off a little bit. We'll see if he can put it into play. Another foul tip. As Gideon keeps Cavazos working. Ball outside for the 2-2. Breaking ball away. Orford picks it up and he holds it, just stumbles on that. Runner advances. Runner at third. And he walks Gideon. And there's runners at the corner. Runners at the corner, no outs. The very dangerous Mitch Edwards, cleanup hitter, steps in against Cavazos. No outs. Just hits the top of that one for Mitch. Pitcher v. pitcher here. Big up the middle. Scotty just bobbles it. Nishime bobbles it, and they just can't get a hand on it. It goes from bad to worse a little bit for that Rebels infield as another run crosses the plate. You found it? Big breaking ball. Whalen picks it up. He's got the force at third, but he doesn't tag the bag. One out. Runners at the corners. Masa Kanroji up to bat. Breaking ball away and just misses. Apologies, fans. That's Tom Shakespeare. That was Masa Kanroji with the base hit there a bit ago. Got a bit of distraction here in the outfield. Headlights shining directly down on that hitter. That does make the ball hard to hit. As we wait for a bit of interference on someone parking a little bit too close to the grandstands. And you definitely don't want that as a hitter or a catcher with the high beams running down. Ooh, big high fastball. Shakespeare just gets out of the way in time for ball number 1. Matavesi just checking the time with home umpire Kimberly. Big high fly ball. Nishime heads back, just misses it. Another run heads home, and we're at 9 for the Indian Nation. As Shakespeare gets lucky, Nishime just misses it at second base. And more damage is done again for the Indians, as the dangerous Jason Sloan steps up to bat with only 1 out down, top of the 6th, 9-2, and it could go from bad to worse if Jason gets a hold of one of these breaking balls from Cavazos. There's that breaking ball we speak of. Breaking ball again as Shakespeare easily gets to second on the ball number 1. And if you don't know, you won't know. A big condolences and rest in peace from everybody at Baseball Canberra for the very famous Bob Euchre passing away this week. Hits Jason Sloan in the top of the shoulder, and the bases are juiced. Cavazos just trying to get out of this ball game for this Rebel Nation with not a lot of depth in the bullpen. As Yeager, the catcher, steps in. Big high shot from Yeager, goes deep past to Simmons, and it's gone! Home run! Big, huge shot. And we're up to 13 here at Narrabundah. Woo! Yeager's been looking for that all day long and gets it out of the park. He's going to need a parking pass next time he hits it that far. As the Cavazos takes a deep breath and says, "Come on, Dom, let's get back to the nature at hand." As he clears the bases. And ball number 1. Ball number 1 for number 9 hitter, Jacob Van Leeuwen. An absolute shot over left field. Strike 1 for Van Leeuwen. Little grounder, Dom Scotty picks it up. Rockin' fire. Gets the play at 1. And now we've got 2 outs for the Rebels, just try and get out of here, see if their bats can absolutely catch on fire. You're going to need a big stack of napalm if they're going to get to where they have to be, down by 11 runs. If they can get out of this inning, then Bailey Watson doesn't put some stank on it. Bailey just hesitated on that one. He's going to get hungry, and Cabazos says, "No, sir, no thank you." Little runner to Dom Scotty. Scotty picks it up. Big rockin' fire. Got him, Matavesi says, and that is the end of the inning. And that retires the side. A very, very from bad to worse situation for the Rebel Nation. And we're at the bottom of the sixth, just ticking over the 9 o'clock hour. And we'll see what home plate umpire and second base umpire decide here. Highlight of that inning, Ben Yeager going yard here on Wednesday Night Live. As you can see there in the last inning, Matavesi, the second base umpire, is we need to get things moving. We are getting close to ACT government saying you don't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. If these Indians don't retire the side quickly. Yes, there is a 10-run rule here in Baseball Canberra. But definitely not what Mitch Edwards wants to see with Lamar Briggs, the Ottawa Titan, coming down for a little bit of summer ball during his winter as the leadoff hitter for the Rebels. This could get interesting. Big shot from Lamar Briggs. It's up there. Very easy catch by the left fielder. Jacob Van Leeuwen.
It's 10 instead of 7.
Huh?
10 difference at top of 7.
Gotcha. But also 9 o'clock, right? Yeah. Dom Scotty. Hard to miss Dom Scotty with that white helmet and Fox attitude. Ball one. Woo, inside. Ball number 2. A little bit of chin music from Mitch Edwards. Dom is not singing that song tonight. Foul ball away. Down the left field side. And the ball just creeps into play. Van Leeuwen chucks it over out of the way. Let's get on with the baseball game. Edwards. Gideon just misses it on the giddy-up hop. Scotty's going to be happy about that one. Justin Gideon's might not sleep well after missing that little quick bounce at the end of it. And Phil Whalen, who's having a pretty decent day, the third baseman. We'll see what he's got in store for mighty Mitch Edwards. Ball outside. Just up the middle, Kanroji with the flick to Watson. Doesn't get it in time for the turn and burn, but nonetheless gets the go-ahead runner. And we've got 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, and from what I can gather, sports fans, this will be the last out of the ball game here on Wednesday Night Live. Remember, fans, the Australian Masters is coming to town. Get on the baseball Facebook page, Baseball Canberra Facebook page. Register your interest. Many hands make light work. And a big shout out from the new president and CEO of Baseball Canberra. Really need your help to really show out. We need to have sports local in the ACT, and you are very much needed to get down here and help out. Big, long foul ball. One and two count. 2 outs. Another ground ball. But in foul ball for Tristan Cavazos, the only pitcher for the Rebel Nation tonight. Strike 3. And I believe, fans, that is the ball game. Thanks again for all those from Miles Newman Livestreaming, Baseball Canberra, volunteers, groundskeepers, families, carers, getting kids to and from, all the under 18s, under 10s, 20s, all the baseball that happens in Canberra. There is no off season in Canberra if you are a baseball player. Get out and support your local squad. And we will catch you next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. For those who missed the first and second inning, we will have a full replay ready for you this week. Possibly yours Saturday morning. You can have it with your Fruit Loops and Cheerios. And have a great, beautiful, long, safe weekend for everybody out there. Thank you. And